Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a lovely spring or autumn, depending on where you are in the world, and thank you for clicking on my video. Today's video is going to be a break from my more recent game dev-centric content, and it's just going to be a little recording of a sketchbook session that I had on the weekends. And I wanted to use this opportunity to record something where I could give a little voiceover and just share some updates on my game, Surf Club, and just how life is going, I suppose. So I hope you enjoy. It's definitely going to be the kind of video where you might want to draw along or play in the background. But either way, I hope you enjoy. Right off the bat, I have something pretty cool that I want to announce. I am going to be going to Portland later this month, Portland, Oregon, and I'm going to be attending PigCon, which is Portland Indie Game Convention. I'm going to be showing a new demo of Surf Club, and I'm going to be giving a talk about my game design process. So I'm super excited. I've always wanted to go to Portland. It looks so beautiful, and I'm so grateful that the staff invited me. I'm a little nervous. I've got a lot of prep to do before then, but it's going to be the trip of a lifetime. I'm really excited for it. If you're in the Pacific Northwest area in the US and you can make it, please come along and say hi. Yeah, it's going to be great. I hope to maybe see you there. So I'm beginning my sketchbook session by doing a little warm-up in my Hobonichi diary. I decided for my warm-up drawing I would make a little picture of Spyro. You can see I have my Japanese copy of the original Spyro game in front of me for inspiration. And the reason why I wanted to draw Spyro is because at the time that I was drawing, I was watching my friend Pebbles play Skylanders, which, if you don't remember, it was like a Spyro reboot series in the 2010s. It was pre-Amiibo. It was like a game where you could scan in little toys that had, I can't remember what they're called, but they have like those computer chips in them, and then they like appear in the game. It wasn't a game that I grew up with, but I did grow up with the original Spyro games, and so naturally I was being like an elitist boomer and being like, oh, the original games are the best. You can probably tell from my 3D art, or I don't know how obvious it is, but like I absolutely loved Spyro as a kid, especially the original trilogy, like just the art style, the level design, the game design, everything about those games was just like so appealing to me, and still is. I really like those games. So it was fun to draw a little Spyro portrait. I haven't drawn him in so long, but I used to draw him all the time as a kid. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going straight in with my Sakura Micron pen. I really like just going in with this pen without doing a sketch underneath. It helps me feel really confident straight away, rather than like fussing about a sketch. I just like go in with this pen and whatever happens, happens. And then I'm filling it in a bit with some markers, just giving it like a little bit of color. I kind of messed up on the wings, like the position of his right wing is weird, but aside from that, I think it's a really cute little drawing. But yeah, while I work on this Spyro, I wanted to just say as well, since I last posted, I have grown quite a decent amount in subscribers here, mostly thanks to getting a shout out from Terry from Cute Games Club. So if you're watching this, Terry, thank you so much, and welcome to any new subscribers here, and thank you so much for being here. I feel really bad because like immediately after that happened, I posted on my community page like, oh, I'm making this video about environment design, how I design environments. But so that was at the start of April, and I just couldn't find the time for it in April. It wasn't exactly like a crazy busy month, but it was a month where I was very distracted and my attention was being pulled in a lot of directions. I was quite like social. There was a lot of things happening in my real life, and I just didn't end up finding the time to make that video. Like a tutorial style video is a bit more like involved than like a little vlog. And so I thought maybe I could make a vlog instead, and I tried, but the work I was doing in April for Surf Club, it was all work that I don't want to show before the game comes out. That's the thing that's been a bit of a struggle with vlogs, is like I want things to be a surprise, but I mean, I also want to let people in and like show them things that they can look forward to in the game. But yeah, just the stuff I was working on during April was all stuff that I didn't want to share yet. So yeah, it didn't really work out. It's not the end of the world. But it's just, I felt like, I felt silly that like as soon as I hit like a follower milestone that I just like dipped out for a month. So that's fine. It happens. Something else happened as well. And it's so embarrassing. I mean, it's not really, but I got so addicted to both Procopia and Tomodachi Life back to back. And I like never get addicted to games. I'm very good at like setting boundaries, and I rarely feel like the compulsion to just like play a game nonstop. But yeah, these two games just like, I became completely enamored, like nonstop was wanting to play these games. So not only was I like quite busy with those things I mentioned earlier, but then when I did have like downtime, or when I finished my work for the day, I was just hopping on the games. And you know, that meant also that I wasn't like spending extra time at the end of the day editing videos or whatever. And yeah, it is what it is. And you know, I think I maybe needed to just like indulge that part of myself for a bit, so I'm not gonna feel bad about it. That addiction has died down a bit now, luckily, so I can sort of get back to putting more time into my work. But yeah, that's sort of where I've been at for the last month. But I will still make that tutorial video, the environment design process video, but I think it might just take me longer than I expected. In the meantime, I will try and make more vlogs again though, because they are like a lot easier to edit and put together. So yeah, lesson learned, don't promise anything. Okay, so now I'm moving on to my main sketchbook, and as you can see, I'm actually nearly finished with it. This is gonna be maybe one of the fastest sketchbooks I've ever filled. Considering I started it on New Year's Day and it's May now, that's pretty fast. And I've had so much fun with it. I'm definitely going to buy an identical one when I'm done with it. And I'm looking forward to doing the sketchbook tour video as well. By the way, I feel like I should acknowledge that I'm aware that in this video my hands look crazy. That's just because these last couple of weeks I've been feeling very anxious, and I've been working a lot, and yeah, this is what tends to happen when I'm in that state. So I'm acknowledging it, but I'm not going to apologize for it. It is what it is. It happens. So as for what I'm drawing today, I decided what I wanted to do was actually redraw an image that I made as a child, as a 12 or 13-year-old. And the reason why is because I'm turning 30 this week. I'm turning 30. I'm freaking old. But you know, because of that, you know, I'm someone who puts a lot of like value on like milestones, like big age milestones, anniversaries, etc. And so I was feeling like pretty nostalgic and sentimental, and I wanted to redraw one of my oldest digital art pieces, I guess. You know, when I look at this image, the original one, I'm just kind of flooded with memories of that particular time in my life. I was just obsessed with deviant art, and you can really feel the deviant art influence in it. I feel like I was definitely just taking so much inspiration from the artists I was seeing on that. But it was, you know, it was a fun time, like me, like learning digital art. That was the year that I started using like a drawing tablet and getting really, really sucked into it. And it's crazy, like seeing the parts of my style from back then that I've like held onto for all these years. And I guess like, I wanted to redraw this specific image because I actually already redid it in 2016. So 10 years ago on my 20th birthday, I drew this. this one that I'm showing on the screen now. So you can see the side by side, 2009 to 2016. And I absolutely hate the 2016 one. I'm fond of the 2009 one. It's pretty cute, but the 2016 one, when I was 20, 10 years ago, I was just so insecure about my artistic identity, I suppose. And I was being told by everyone, like I was getting the message that like anime art style is bad. And so the result was my art style looking very strained and uncomfortable. And I just think it's, I knew this would happen with like redrawing this picture today as I'm about to turn 30, but I've now looped back around to my art style looking more like the 2009 drawing. And just thinking about that, like I just feel so much more free in my artistic identity now than I ever did, really. I mean, I guess since I was a kid, especially in these last couple of years, I think, I mean, frankly, since I got my autism diagnosis at age 27, I've become so much more like just comfortable with who I am and just following exactly what I want to express and what I want to do with my art. And the truth is, I really like drawing cute anime stuff. I'm not even like a huge anime fan, but just when I look at drawings like the one I'm doing in this video, I just like, I feel so happy, bro. Like this is just what I want to do forever, all the time. And I can't believe I fought it for so long. So yeah, you can see I did a little mechanical pencil drawing. It pretty much came out exactly how I wanted. I think she turned out really cute. I really like drawing wings and flowy hair, and I think she's got a really cute face. I think like my art style, it is anime, but it's also like very much my own thing, which I guess is just the result of like drawing like this for so many years. I don't know. I actually really like my art style, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm just sketching her out with a mechanical pencil, and then I'm gonna be going in with inks and acrylic gouache paint. So yeah, I guess like this sketchbook session ended up just being kind of a big reflection on different parts of my life and, you know, things that I have been gravitating towards during it. I guess like even thinking of the warm-up sketch of Spyro and now going into drawing, you know, just some anime girl. Some anime angel, yep. But yeah, like thinking about how much I've become comfortable in my artistic identity over my 20s, like it just makes me so excited to like keep getting older and to like keep growing in my identity and just how comfortable I am in it. And when I say comfortable, I mean still like trying to improve and expand, but I just don't like hate myself like I did when I was 20, and that's just so cool. Like, yeah, if you're listening to this and you're someone who's scared about getting older, like, trust me, getting older is sick. I love it. I think it's underrated. So I guess, yeah, that's the theme of today's drawing session. It's like nostalgia and holding on to the past, but also being excited for the future. Yeah, that makes sense, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit now about how I'm going with Surf Club in more detail, I suppose. So yeah, I said earlier that I spent most of April working on stuff that I don't want to show before the game's out. But something else that we've been working on is actually redoing the demo and updating it with a lot of new stuff. So if you've played Surf Club before, you may be familiar with like how specifically the surfing mechanic worked in the demo, where it was very linear, and it was something that we sort of did on a time crunch, I would say. And it was fine, it was cute, but both me and Thomas Bowker, the programmer, like we knew that we wanted to take it a bit further. And so what we've been working on slowly over the last year is actually just overhauling the surfing entirely and like making it a whole new interactive experience. So we've been working on overhauling the surfing, and that's going to be debuting at PigCon. There's going to be a new demo of the game. So aside from the surfing being updated, the story portion of the demo is also going to be extended. So if you have played Surf Club before, the demo is going to be like quite a bit longer than the one I've previously shown. I'm looking forward to that. It's a bit, it's daunting, but I'm also just like so ready for people to like really see more of the game, because I get nervous about showing more than like the intro, but I think this is going to be like the perfect environment to like show more. And I always worry about like getting stuck in a cycle of just like improving the very beginning of the game over and over again, which is a really easy trap to fall into. So this is the last time that I'll be updating the very beginning of the game, and then I will get home from Portland and I will finish the rest. And I guess on that note as well, we haven't like settled on a release date, and I haven't shared one publicly. And I think that's like something that's been causing me a lot of anxiety, like the thought of a release date. And it's just something I've been like reflecting a lot. It's just something I've been reflecting on a lot lately. Like I keep trying to put an exact date on when the game will be released, but I haven't been putting as much thought as to when the game will be finished. Like I have, but I've been putting more importance in my head of like when it'll be released. And finishing a game and like releasing it are two like very different tasks. And I think like over the last few weeks, I've just been trying to like change my mindset and not think too much about like release date and just think more about finish date, which it'll definitely be this year. But I think like just changing my mindset has been like helping with my anxiety, because to be honest, like there are a lot of days where I start work on the game and I'm just like frozen. Like I just feel like there's like the pile of work in front of me is just like impossible to get through, and as a result I end up not doing anything. I just get scared, and I'm just constantly trying to think of different ways to like change my mindset to be able to overcome that fear. And yeah, I think going to Portland and showing Surf Club is gonna give me like a huge renewal of energy. Like getting to meet people. I know that like a lot of my audience is based in the US, and so I always enjoy like going there and like showing my work there. Like it's always really well received. And I think Portland's just going to be such an amazing trip. I did this image last week to promote the trip, and I sort of put Holly in this field of roses. And I was thinking like, wouldn't it be funny if like, because I found out on like Wikipedia that Portland is considered like the city of roses because roses bloom a lot there, and it'd be funny if like I get there and like it's got like nothing to do with Portland, like no one cares about roses here. I feel like I'm just rambling. I get like I'm still like learning how to do like voiceovers. It's still a bit like daunting. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Just like a check-in on like where I'm at with the game and what like my current priorities are, which are getting the game ready for its possibly its final show before release, and also just like thinking about finishing versus releasing a game and my thoughts there. Thinking of all this stuff in the context of like turning 30, I think like I really just want to go into this new decade of my life with like a lot less like shame and a lot less self-hatred. Like I want to just feel better about wherever I'm at in my life. And if I can't release the game by X date, then it doesn't mean I'm like a bad person or I'm bad at making it. It just means that like life happens and making things is hard. And also just on the subject of going back to my art, I want to always be drawing things that I'm excited about or not always drawing, but making games, making art. I want to just always be happy about what I'm doing. And I think that's something that I've really worked on like the last couple of years, is like I have genuinely so much fun when I draw now. Like it's become so special to me, thanks to me like letting go of any shame around it. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to share. I don't know how much sense I'm making in this video, but yeah, this is just an honest representation of where my headspace is at the moment, I guess. I'm gonna stop rambling and I'm just gonna let you enjoy watching the rest of this video, and I will check back in at the end. Hello, we're now approaching the end of this video and this is the final spread. I think it's pretty cute. I really like the girl, obviously, and I really like the Kachik. In the corner, I drew some DSs that I had on hand with like a ballpoint pen. And then I also drew a computer with the character from one of my oldest games, 2K Club, which I made almost 10 years ago. That was like one of the first games I made ever. And again, just on that note of like feeling nostalgic for things I made in the past, this particular game, 2K Club, it was like one of the first games that I made that felt like really authentically me. And so it's not a good game by any means, but it's very sentimental for that reason. So it felt appropriate to do this little drawing on my like nostalgic turning 30 sketchbook page. Anyway, yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for listening to me ramble and watching me draw. If you can make it to Portland for PigCon, let me know in the comments below. And I probably won't be posting any videos again until June. I just need to get through everything that I'm doing for Portland this month. But I'm looking forward to, after that trip, like settling back into a good routine of like posting at least once a month, getting back into doing vlogs. Yeah, so again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye!